Today is kind of a bittersweet day for me. Obviously I wanted Odin pretty bad, was grinded for him, and I needed to qualify in the top 300 in order to get a 5-star version of Odin, and I got ranked 44, so the grind, big success. I put up, more points than what was necessarily, apparently. I put up 86 million points. By the way, to give some idea of where the cutoff was for round one, someone in my alliance, they were ranked 250 with a score of 69 million points. So, the cutoff was somewhere below that, but maybe not too much farther below that. And I didn't have to use any units in order to, put up the 86 million points. That was mostly done with just 5- and 6-star champions. Maybe about 6 million of that was done with 4 stars, but I didn't really use them too much. So, it wasn't too bad of a grind. And like I said, I'm happy that I got Odin. I think Odin, for me personally, I don't care what anyone else says for their use. For me personally, I think Odin is going to have a bigger impact than any champion released in 2021, 2020, or even 2019. Because Odin, he's going to make it to the team. I don't know how much I'm actually going to use him. That'll depend on, how his buff looks. But he's at least going to make it to the team more frequently in questing situations than any other champion. Maybe not for Alliance War. Alliance War, he'll be used sparingly. But in the average questing situation, he's almost always going to be on the team. And like I said, I don't really need to go through exactly how it all works. I've already made videos talking about it, but it's because of Ghost. And that's the bittersweet part, is that I'm primarily, I'm going to turn into a primarily Ghost user these days. Ghost, she was always, arguably one of the fastest champions in the game, and that's why people used her for Legends runs and things like that, or just used her on a day-to-day basis to, knock out objectives quickly. And it's gotten to the point with these pre-fights, each one giving 15% attack with the Ant-Man synergy, that even in quests that are designed to get you to use a variety of champions, like the Cavalier Monthly, where, this quest is trying to encourage players to use skill champions to gain additional attack for using skill champions. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to ignore that. And I'm just going to use Ghost. And it just comes down to time. I want to make good use of my time, and in order to try to keep up in this game, that means that I'm just going to turn to Ghost, and I'm just going to start using Ghost far more than any other champion in the game. Now, Ghost, like I said, she was already pretty insane even before Odin came along. Well, how many hits was that? 13? Okay, good. And luckily, because Kabam took away the ability to stack Odins, to stack the buffs on a single champion, I still have that empty slot at the bottom of my team there to fill in so that I could, bring a different champion along to occasionally use, or, for the boss or something like that. But, I'm going to be using Ghost a lot. I just can't ignore it anymore. Like I said, she was always pretty much the fastest, but it's gotten to the point where she's so much faster. And the real kicker is, the difference is, it's only going to get more extreme once I change my masteries. You see, right now, I can't really run the suicide masteries because my primary war attacking champion is Human Torch. And although sometimes Torch can be good with the suicides, for the most part, he's actually better without them. So I'm going to be, I just had these masteries on for the grind. And right now, all of my champions have plus 60% attack because of Liquid Courage and Double Edge. So I'm going to, remove these masteries. All my champions will be hitting a little bit weaker, except for Ghost. Ghost is basically, I'm dropping 60% attack, but I'm gaining 45%. Technically, there's a little bit of difference there with recoil as well, but I mean, now I don't even need Hood on the team to dodge recoil because I'm not going to be taking that damage. So, that difference is just that much more extreme when you think about all of the other champions kind of going back down to their normal levels without the suicide masteries, and then Ghost still being able to kind of rise above as if she still had those masteries active. So, there's just no way I could ignore it, man. It's just so much faster and so much easier than playing a variety of champions. So, like I said, a little bittersweet for me. I still am very happy that I got Odin, because it's hugely important for my progression in this game, and Like I said too, this champion is going to have a larger impact for me than any champion released in literally years. I don't care what other people think, if they think I'm overhyping the champ or whatever. Listen, all I'm telling you is my own personal situation and what I'm going to be doing. So that's why I went so hard for this guy, and that's why, honestly, I thought more people were going to be going for him too. And then we'll see what happens when they buff Odin too. I don't expect him to be, you know, insanely powerful, as many people would want him to be, because, I mean, he is Odin after all, but you know, his power levels are only going to increase a little bit at the least. And even if I, you know, honestly, the biggest downside of Odin is his Odin sleep. And if I'm using primarily ghosts in quests, then I might only need to use Odin for a single fight in a quest anyway. So I'm actually still going to rank this guy up in time. He will get ranked up. And yeah, I'm going to bring him around as a 565. So he'll be on the team more than just taking up a slot like Ant-Man kind of is at the moment. But in any case, that's going to do it for this video, man. Once again, happy that I got Odin. Sorry if it was also a little bit of a downer that I am going to be playing Ghost so much. But that's the way the game is. And good luck if you guys are grinding for Odin in round 2. See you in the next video. Take care.